many virtual meetings are you having these days? One, two, or even more possibly? Many of these virtual meetings, they look something like this, right? At the beginning, you've got everybody switching the camera on. You've got the social moment where you can see your team or your peers or your clients possibly, and you have this feeling of proximity. But like in a real meeting, there was always the situation where somebody then has to get up and do a presentation. And I mean, get up and do a presentation because that's what it was before, right? People got up from the table, went to the front, switched on their presentation and gave a presentation. What does it look like these days? Well, it looks more like this, right? You disappear into this tiny little corner on the top right and your presentation takes over the whole screen. Now you might think that's a good idea if the presentation is here, but actually your audience, the people in the room, in the virtual sense as well, they want to listen to you giving this presentation. Because if they wanted or were supposed to read the slides, you could have just sent them out to everybody and just have a Q&A afterwards. But instead, you see a lot of people these days, they are sitting huddled over their desk, over their computer, possibly not even looking at the camera or looking somewhere else, but not looking at you when they're doing this presentation. And it gives the feeling like they are not there. And when the speaker who's giving this presentation is not there, the audience doesn't care. And this is when you see people much more concerned about the chat that is happening on the side of the meeting, or they're looking into their phone, or they're following something else that is happening on their computer at their desk. But they're not listening to you and your message. Can you imagine, in a room, when you're doing a presentation and you've like 8 people in the room and there's three people talking to each other, having a very intense discussion about somebody else. You've got 2 on the other side leaning back, doing literally nothing, and other people looking at their phone, texting something, or possibly even talking. How much confidence would you have that your message actually reaches your audience? 0, right? So that's why this is actually a very bad idea to do presentations like this. Instead, you'd want to have the way to do presentations as if you were in the room with the people. And what I mean is, you would want to do a presentation that looks literally like this, where you can stand there at the front, do your presentation, point out what is important when you need to succeed as the virtual presenter, which already increases a much higher level of attraction and attention so that people listen to your message. And specifically, they listen to you. That is what I would like to share with you, how you can succeed as the virtual presenter so that you can be the one who makes this impact online with the people who matter to you as if you were in the room. Because if you miss that opportunity to make that impact, possibly you're going to miss the order, you're going to miss convincing your audience, you're going to miss having that decision, which means that you will have to reschedule and you're going to lose time in your business. But let's admit, nobody has time to lose time. That's why I find it so important for you to succeed as the virtual presenter.